Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. It is Sweetest Dolls, and today, as you can tell, we have another one of the Disney Designer Dance Series dolls, and today is the second one that was released, obviously, is Miss Belle. So Belle is limited edition to 5210, 5210, and I'm not going to really read any of this stuff anymore because I did already read it in my Giselle review. So if you guys want to watch that, go watch that. That video is doing really well. Thank you guys again for all the support on that. That was a really fun one to do. But something that is new for this one is this little design here at the bottom. It's just like a little rose and like the stem. So that's fun. And then obviously the absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, amazing, stunning art by Stephen Thompson. I love the art that he's done for this series. It is so beautiful. It's so like, I don't know. It just invokes like such like an awe-inspiring feeling in me. Like it makes me feel so happy, and I want to like design and do things with it. So I'm hoping that I can deconstruct this box a bit and save this art so I can maybe scan it. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to do that because of the packaging being curved, but yeah, that is the absolutely gorgeous, beautiful art. And then here is the doll herself. I'm gonna lower this a little bit because I want it to be about eye level with the camera so you guys can see. So it does have like a curtain effect where you open it at the two sides and bam, there is Belle. This doll is absolutely insane in person. I'm very excited about her. I already took off the plastic so that there wouldn't be that much of a glare, but here is what she looks like in box with the background. And she has like these stairs. So these are really cool. I think the packaging for this line is a little crazy. Just in my personal opinion, I think it's like massive and bulky and weird. And if you're an inbox collector, it's going to be even worse because these are a new style of box, so I don't really know what you're going to do with that. But it's fun because like if you're only getting like one, which is like your favorite princess, or only getting a couple and you plan to have an entire display revolve around them, it's like a great statement piece, a great display piece, keeps them safe in their own little dialogue. It has a really cool background. Not really a fan of this one, but I do really like Giselle, so I'm probably just going to keep Giselle's box as is. And I'll probably end up deconstructing this one so I could have the art and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I'm going to go off camera, unbox her, situate her a bit, and then we'll be right back. Okay, Belle was a really easy unboxing experience actually. There wasn't a lot holding her down, like her dress. There's only a couple of T-ties, and thankfully this material doesn't really show the holes all that much, or not that I can like see just looking at it right now. So it seems like it'll be pretty easy to like cover up if there are like I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that the unboxing experience was very nice, and the T-ties didn't really affect the outfit that much, which I appreciate. And before we get into the doll, something really silly. So I opened this doll, obviously I wanted to make sure everything was good before I opened her. And I like moved her dress out of the way to look at the number that she was, and usually I don't care about numbers, but this one's just kind of crazy. I got number 666 out of 5210. I've only ever seen this number on a couple of Disney LEs. Like, I think someone got a Giselle recently that then they got 666. Like, I know they do it for every single doll, but it's so, like, obviously every single doll that goes above the number 666, obviously. But I don't know. I think there's something really just hilarious about finding that on a Disney doll, that, like, limited edition number is 666. So that was fun. I don't really care about the LE numbers all that much, but I think it's very funny when it's a number like that, or it's like angel numbers, or it's in below 100. So anyways, but here is Belle all out of the box. I mean, she's still in the box, but I really love these boxes solely just for the photography purposes. So I'll probably end up taking a couple photos of her in here just before I end up like scrapping the box, because I'm not going to keep this one, to be honest. Again, I keep saying I'm just going to dismantle it, which is probably what I'm going to still do. But yeah, let's take a look at the doll herself. So actually, that is some thread from in the box when I was opening her. Let's take a look at her face first. So like, I personally think this is probably the best Belle face we've ever gotten. I'm honestly usually not a fan of the Disney Store Bells. I think she looks off or weird or worried or nervous or like some odd combination of all of them. Um, but this one is like absolutely beautiful. I love the gold warm tones. I love the deep red lip because I usually either give her pink or a really bright red, and I don't like that. The brows are really beautiful as well. And I think this is the updated face sculpt. I could be wrong, but I think another reason why I've never really connected with a Disney Store Belle specifically is because I don't like the face sculpt. But this one is absolutely beautiful. I'm in love with her. I love how shimmery the makeup is. Like, that is just so beautiful. I'm very, very happy with her, and her eyelashes look really good. And the next thing is the hair. So as you can tell, she has her half up, half down, pulled back type thing. It is in very big gelled curls. It's not as harshly gelled as Giselle, which is very nice to know. And I'm not one to be like, I can confirm a hair type, but this is most definitely nylon. Like, feeling up here, specifically this bit right here and right here, there's no product in it. It feels like nylon. It looks like nylon. It is really bulky around the head. It has a really like, it has a shine to it that a lot of Disney Store poly doesn't, and that makes me so happy. I think this is the first Disney Store Belle, at least first that I've ever owned and first that I've ever like seen, that does not have poly. So I have to give a couple of snaps to Disney for that. Finally, for not giving us really shitty hair quality on a doll that is over $100. And yeah, it just makes her all the better because I think she is kind of the perfect Belle face. So like, if I ever wanted to restyle or take photos of her, I literally could just like fix up her hair and then redress her, and it would be perfect, and I wouldn't have to worry about her hair getting messed up. And I really like that, especially because this is my first like, I don't know, quote unquote, like high class Belle. Like, all my other Bells that I've ever had are from Disney specifically have been Playline. And the only other Bells that I have are like, I used to have the film collection doll. I have the Hasbro live action doll. Actually, no, I that is a lie. I have the live action 17-inch. I don't really count it because it's not animated, so whatever. Going on a spiel just to say that this doll is very impressive already, just from the head down. So I'm very happy. But anyways, next, let's take a look at the necklace. So this piece is metal, just based on feeling it. It is a metal rose with a sort of orangey yellow gem on it. It doesn't have like any closure in the back, which is a little annoying, but it is held in with rubber bands. So if you're an inbox collector, I wouldn't worry about it falling off or anything. I don't think it's going to fall off even if I take this off, but yeah. So great. And then the next part is going to be this bodice, which is really, really pretty. I'm not a big fan of how it's laying here specifically, but I think I might just need to re-velcro it or like figure out how to do it with this skirt. Like, we'll get into it. But I think this is so cool of them to do. I really love that it has this kind of like sheer shimmery fabric over the rose like shoulder bits, over the rosettes, because it kind of makes it feel like you're looking at it through the glass that the rose in the movie is in. And it adds, it just diffuses the really bright red color to kind of bring in a pop of red here, but also make the lip the kind of like really deep red part. And I really like the embroidery here. It is slightly like shimmery embroidery thread, and it looks really pretty. And I also really like the deep kind of mustard yellow that they use for this, because a lot of times they use really ugly bright yellows for Belle. This one is very beautiful. I think it looks great. I think the actual garment is really well made. One of my rosettes is kind of weird looking on this side specifically, and this organza, chiffon, whatever it is a little loose compared to this side, but again, you can't really notice when it's like this, so I personally don't really care. I know that's kind of like a deal breaker for a lot of Disney collectors because they're very particular about these dolls, which I get because of how expensive they are, but for my purposes, I think it looks good. I don't have any issues with it. But yeah, so this bodice is also attached to the outer skirt, which I'm gonna have to move this over to show you in its full capacity. So here is the rest of that skirt. We have these rosettes that kind of bunch up the fabric here to have it kind of have that same like curtain effect that the boxes for these dolls do. Also, sorry if you can hear anything in the background. I can't really help it, but I do have family that is up and talking right now, so apologies. But that looks really cool. I just think the silhouette's really gorgeous. I love the color of the rosettes they did. I love the color of the ribbon here. It just adds like a whimsical touch that I like. And then the embroidery is kind of like, I can't really tell if it's a mix between like a silver and gold, but it's very, very beautiful. I'm a big fan of all the rose details, the really gorgeous little rhinestones. There isn't a ton of embroidery on this doll, which I know is kind of like a deal breaker for a lot of Disney people because they're embroidery snobs. Sorry to call you out if that is you, but yeah, I think it looks very pretty, and I personally really like when they have minimal because I think it accentuates kind of the silhouette more. I think they can play around a lot more with the fabrics that they use and stuff like that. I don't know. I like it a lot. But it is lined with this lighter material that is the same as this one, I believe. So we have that sort of cohesion with the underskirt tying in with the sleeves. And yeah, I don't know. It kind of gives her like a really mystical, magical quality that I really like. But here is the 360 just so you can see how the entire garment looks. And then to pick this up, sorry, Belle, I'm going to cover your face a little bit. But here is what the skirt looks like, which is a very interesting piece. So first, obviously, we have these really big cage skirts on the side. They're these really beautiful, ornate sort of, I don't know what you would call, like, this would be like stained glass, like, I don't really know. I think it was very pretty. I like the little rose details. It is sewn onto the skirt, and they are plastic. They are not metal. I thought for the longest time they would be metal, but they aren't. And I guess that's probably better for the long term because you don't want, like, I don't know, these tarnishing in the future and, like, staining the dress. So I like that they chose to do that. But yeah, and then next is the actual like rest of the skirt. So under that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. We have 3 of this nice organza chiffon, whatever it is, I don't know. Creates a really cool ombre effect that kind of emulates like a glass, like frosted texture, which I really like. These black trims are not glued on, they are stitched on. It is just hard to tell. And I know that was an issue, or like something people were scared about when we first saw this doll. But it is sewn on, it's not glued on, so don't worry about that. And under these 3 layers, we have a really not great feeling silk, or I don't know, just really like satin, not silk, satin skirt. It's literally nothing special. It's kind of hard to show. It's there. I kind of wish it was a petticoat instead because you can't really see through this material, so I don't really know why they did that, but it is neither here nor there, I suppose. And yeah, she also has these really, really nice, slightly shimmery leggings, which I love. I love that this entire line comes with leggings. I know that's like a dance 101 type thing, like obviously, but I don't know. I just feel like we haven't seen tights on like Disney dolls in a while. Like the last time I can think of is with my Anna right there, or at least last time I had a doll that has tights. So I don't know. I think that's just fun. And then the shoes, which are kind of just like bonkers crazy. I love these shoes. They're so pretty. They kind of have like, they have a very obviously Rococo inspired look to them. I like that they don't actually have a heel. The gold paint is beautiful, the roses. I love the lacing detail. Very gorgeous, and it also complements the newly articulated legs, which I can show real quick. I don't think I'm going to do like a full body analysis in this video because I did that with Giselle as well, but the new body has a hinge leg, which is so unbelievably nice, so obviously you can do a full 90 here, and then the ankle is completely articulated as well. And yeah, they can do a full sit as well, which I know is something that was previously kind of not obtainable with Disney dolls in the past, so I really appreciate that. But yeah, that is kind of everything for Belle. I kind of feel like I ran that. I don't think I did, but I feel like I was just talking for like no time at all. But yeah, I really, really like her. Do I necessarily think she's worth the price? Well, no, I don't really think any Disney designer doll is ever worth that price. But I get it because I love them. I get it because I love the characters, I love the designs, I love the artists that are behind them, and I want to support it in any way that I can. Um, and yeah, I'm just a big fan of this collection. I think it's very beautiful. At first, I was gonna like try and get the entire collection, but I think that's a little audacious of me to think I could do that. But I do plan on getting the Tinkerbell that is coming out and possibly the Aurora. Aurora's still up in the air because I feel like I could find a dozen other designer or collector Auroras that have the exact same silhouette, just different like details for probably around the same price, if not a little more, that I would probably like a little more. I don't know. It depends. I'm also not a big fan of how Aurora usually looks, but I like how this doll's face looked, and the new bodies are a big, big sell for me because they don't have the shitty rubber legs that they used to, so I feel inclined to get these because they have the new updated bodies. Um, but yeah, I'm a big fan of her. I'm so happy that she has nylon. I can't explain how happy I am that we're finally getting dolls from Disney that are using nylon as like the main hair fiber. Like crazy, because before it was really just Ariel and the odd ones out. Like I really don't know any others. I think the last Midnight Masquerade Alice had nylon, but aside from that, I can't really recall. Aside from all the Ariels and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just very happy. I'm really happy with this doll. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I'm honestly, I'm starting to realize that maybe I am a bigger fan of Belle than I thought I was, because for the longest time I really thought I did not like Belle or the movie, which I still don't really love the movie. I prefer the live action, which I know is kind of sacrilege, but that's my opinion. But I literally have counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 Belle dolls total. Um, that's the most out of my entire Disney collection, I think, for one character, which is crazy now that I'm actually like analyzing that. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Let me know who your favorite from this collection is. Mine is still probably Giselle. I'm just gonna, like, I don't know. I feel like that's everybody's favorite, but it is for a reason. I think she's amazing. But Tinkerbell's probably gonna be a second favorite, and then Belle's probably gonna stay third. But yeah, let me know who your favorite is. Let me know who you want to be in this collection, because we allegedly might be getting a wave 2 just based on, I don't know, rumblings, I suppose. And yeah, if you like this, please like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to do more Disney stuff as well, because I love Disney. It's just most of the time their dolls that come out, I either don't want to buy, can't buy in the moment, or whatever. So if you guys want to see more Disney doll reviews, let me know. But yeah, I'm going to go. I'm probably not going to wash your hair for a couple days, even though I really want to, because I really want to play with it. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.